News Desk. Now, the inaugural SOAR Africa Summit is underway here in Nairobi. SOAR Africa is a premier leadership and entrepreneurship summit whose aim is to create a progressive and thought-provoking platform where leaders and entrepreneurs have conversations that inspire economic progress for the continent. Kenya Commercial Bank CEO Joshua Oigara and renowned American televangelist T.D. Jakes among the key speakers at the summit at the Kasarani Indoor Arena. And our reporter Noah Kipkemboi is following this apparatus and now joins us live from Kasarani. Good afternoon, Noah.
A very good afternoon to you, Sharon. We are at the Kasarani Indoors, and this is where Africa is soaring. It is about lifting up Africa and taking it to the next level. Meeting, bringing together leadership and entrepreneurship, the key pillars of development. And right now, I'm joined by CEO Chandaria Industries, that is Darshan Chandaria. Sir, if you may just approach. Thank you very much for speaking to us. You are a young person, and you are one of key moderators in this particular conference. What does that mean for the young people in Africa?
Now, firstly, thank you very much for having me. What we're seeing here is tremendous collaboration amongst African leaders from all walks of lives, different countries in Africa. We're seeing people really taking advantage of such an opportunity, coming together and talking about topics that matter. Look, we're talking about how can we collaborate more? How can we enhance technology in its most real form? We're in such a technologically advanced world today. How do we take advantage of it to collaborate more, to do more? How do we create a platform, an ecosystem? How do we continue to develop opportunities for entrepreneurs? Because look, we always talk about entrepreneurship, we talk about SMEs, but the real fact that we need to really start discussing is, where are the next multinational companies in Africa going to come from? They're going to come from you, me, and the entrepreneurs around us, the young people. So what are we doing to enhance their potential? What are we doing to really give them a stage, to give them all the infrastructure, to give them the human capital required to build those next generation multinational companies?
Yes, definitely. And I'm glad that part of the keynote speakers is Strive Masiwa, one of the pioneers telecommunication moguls in Africa. I just spoke this morning, actually approaching afternoon. What did you gain from that conversation that he had?
No, absolutely. So I was actually on the same panel with Strive Masiwa. I was honored, and it was a pleasure to share the panel with him. Apart from him, you look at T.D. Jakes, you look at Nunu. When entrepreneurs of this caliber, super successful entrepreneurs from Africa come and participate in a platform like SOAR Africa, anybody who can be here, anybody who can get a ticket should be here. Look, he was talking about opportunities. He was talking about how he wants to travel to each and every country in Africa to understand it better. He was talking about, how we should stop complaining and create the solutions ourselves. I understand as an entrepreneur as well, there's certain things the government must do. There's certain things other stakeholders must do. But instead of bringing problems and complaining all the time, why don't we participate with solutions to those problems? Why don't we let the government or any other stakeholder hear us, that look, this is a problem, this is a solution, and this is what we are doing about it. So I think this is a very key message for us to take away. Yes, that's not to say any stakeholder should be let off the hook to not undertake their responsibilities, to not do what they're meant to do. But I think as entrepreneurs, we are not just out there to build businesses. We're not just out there to see an opportunity and take advantage of it. We're also there as solution givers. Yes. Right? So what are we doing as the private sector to say, okay, look, there's a problem here. It might even be the government's problem, but how are we being proactive in coming to the table in a collaborative way with the government and saying, look, as private sector, this is how we can help you?
Yes, definitely. And you are in the industrialization aspect and intra-Africa trade. In between Africa, we don't trade that much. It is one of the key topics I've seen being discussed in this particular summit. I don't know how we can boost that being a player in this particular field.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You're right. Look, we have operations in both COMESA and SADC countries. And, if you really look at it, it's very clear, right? In East Africa, we're part of, obviously, EAC and COMESA. Southern Africa is part of SADC. Western Africa is part of ECOWAS. Northern Africa has, an agreement with the Arab League and so, the wider Arab countries. We're already starting to talk about the Continental Free Trade Agreement, which is a huge positive. Can you imagine goods moving tax and duty free, from one country to another in Africa, from Kenya to Nigeria. Ever thought about it? So some people, they think it's such a far-fetched idea, but I think we need to also integrate the smaller trading blocks properly. The EU didn't just come to be the EU one day. There was a lot of work being done. There was a lot of work to get even the currency to where it is, to get the taxes aligned, to get the borders aligned. So even within East Africa and, sort of COMESA or EAC and ECOWAS, we first need to integrate these properly. And this is where it's going to happen. It's going to happen at platforms like this where, you had CS Matiangi today coming in and being very positive. I really liked, what he said about even the government. I mean, you can sit back and enjoy all the perks, or you can be somebody in government who says, I'm out here to support, create solutions for my people, for my country. And a key stakeholder in that is the private sector and business. And what am I doing to facilitate business? Very, very positive approach. And I was very, very positive about what he said.
Okay. Thank you very much, Darshan, for that insight. And hopefully, even as we go by, we shall get to interact later on after TD Jacks, and you give us some of, what you'll have gained from that.
Absolutely.
We appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
All right. So there you have it. Darshan Chandaria, CEO, Chandaria Industries, saying that conversations like this are the anchor when it comes even to achievement of the free continental trade area that is for Africa. So he's saying that it's very important to have a different mindset. And mindset is not just changed by accident. It takes intentionality how by such forums. So Africa, right here at the Kasarani Indoors Arena, it's where it's going down, and Africa is going to soar higher than ever before. But right now, of course, the anticipation is for TD Jacks to come and share his insights when it comes to matters, development, and also entrepreneurship in Africa. Back to you, Sharon.
Very, very much thanks to you, Noah Kipkemboi. Indeed, very important conversations happening there in Kasarani on the SOAR Africa Summit.